Are you moving to Charlotte and looking for one of Charlotte's most desirable, historic, and highly coveted neighborhoods? One with a tremendous amount of charm? That's what I'm talking about today, and I'm getting started right now. My name is Eli Maggots, and I'm a real estate advisor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the surrounding areas of South Carolina, specializing in luxury homes and new home construction. But more importantly, I am your realtor with heart. I'm not trying to sell you a house. I'm here to help you find a home and a lifestyle that you and your family are gonna love. If you think that I can get you to the next best part of your life, feel free to reach out to me. Call or text. My information is down below. I put out videos every single week. If you find these valuable and you want to stay in the loop, go down, hit the red subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll be notified when my new videos are out every single week. And if you're moving to the Charlotte area, or you already live here but you want to know more about the surrounding areas, I'm giving you a free online guide. It's going to be available at the end of the video. So one of the most desirable and most charming neighborhoods in all of the Charlotte, North Carolina area is the neighborhood of Dilworth. Dilworth is one of those neighborhoods where it's really difficult to describe it in words. You really have to see it. It is lively, it is vibrant, it is charming. It's one of those Charlotte neighborhoods that has a charm all of its own and is impossible to replicate, and has deep historical roots. The Dilworth neighborhood is essentially a neighborhood that started in the late 1800s and was Charlotte's first streetcar neighborhood. When the streetcars were here, when they first started, they were actually just horse-drawn carriages. So someone with forethought thought that this would make a great suburb of Charlotte, and they had streetcars drawn by horses. Now, a little known fact, Charlotte was the first place in the United States where gold was found. The first gold rush was actually here in Charlotte. And in fact, Charlotte produced all of the gold coins in the United States up until the Civil War. Now you're saying, Eli, what in God's name does that have to do with Dilworth? Well, I'm getting there. Thomas Alva Edison, you know that guy, the light bulb guy? Edison had an office here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and was trying to use electricity to extract gold from rock. So he had an office in Charlotte. Now, Thomas Alva Edison actually was the one who worked on bringing electricity into Dilworth to run the streetcars. So that's the history of Dilworth, and you do have homes in the Dilworth area that are dating back into the early 1900s. That's what leads to the charm of this area. Dilworth is located right next to Uptown, so the location is phenomenal. Some of the old homes in Dilworth have been knocked down and new, more contemporary homes have been built, but they all retain that historic charm. Now there are two parts to Dilworth. One is the classic homes, the old brick homes, the ones that look like they belong in Myers Park. Very big, very grand, large amounts of shrubbery and beautiful tree-lined streets. Now the second half, or the other part of Dilworth, has craftsman-style bungalow-type homes, equally charming and beautiful. On the whole, I think the area is more well known for their charming bungalow-style homes than their big grand homes like in Myers Park. Now the phenomenal thing about Dilworth, it is a very walkable part of Charlotte. The neighborhood itself is always active with joggers and walkers and people playing basketball. It's a very active area, and it's wonderful to see everyone out and about. It's a very common sight. A lot of people sit out on their porches during the summertime It's very, very friendly and very, very charming. It is so walkable, you can walk to all kinds of shopping on the main drag, which is called East Boulevard, which has some fancy restaurants, has shopping, and is very close to another street called South Boulevard and South End, which is booming with restaurants, shopping, and high-tech industry. Now, living, working, and playing in the beautiful neighborhood of Dilworth does not come cheaply. It comes at a cost. Homes in Dilworth range anywhere from about $550,000 up to about $5.8 million. Because property is at a premium here in Dilworth, most homes don't have more than a quarter of an acre, some of them less than that, 0.2, 0.19, 0.17 of an acre. But what it lacks in acreage, there's a lot of open green space in Dilworth. There are playgrounds, there are basketball courts, there are splash parks, and there's a lot of open greenery. In addition, Dilworth is right next to what we consider Central Park. We call it Freedom Park, which is nothing but greenery. So what you lack in acreage, you make up with surrounding greenery and open space. So the vast majority of the homes here in Dilworth have been completely redone. If they haven't been knocked down, the interiors have been completely redone. And if I can tell you, there's one gorgeous home after the next in this area. The interiors are spectacular. In the last 6 months, a whopping 67 homes have sold in the Dilworth area, and the average price of those homes was about $1.35 million. That's the average price. Now, obviously, I told you the price ranges are $550 to about $5.8 million. So average is 1.35. For that 1.35 million, you're probably going to get an average of about 3,000 square feet. So not a monster house, but big enough. Currently, there are 14 homes under contract. The ones that are under contract, we don't know where they're going to close, but the asking prices are about the same as the averages that I mentioned before in the video. Most of the homes in Dilworth, if they're nice, they're going for asking or a little bit above asking at this point in time. Currently, there's only about 5 homes available for sale. If you're looking for a home that's pretty much move-in ready and pretty updated, I would figure you would have to spend about $1.1 or $1.2 million to get a house that's beautiful inside and out. Now, you can get a home for less than 1.3 or 1.2 or 1.1 in this neighborhood, but most of them are going to be on the smaller side, so not 3,000 or 2,700 square feet. You might find a home for 900 square feet or 1,200 square feet. And most of those that are lower priced are going to need some money to have them updated to bring them up to the standards of this neighborhood. Like I said before, square footage in this neighborhood can run anywhere from about 912 square feet all the way up to about 6,600 square feet. So there's a wide variety and everything in between. Can you get more for your money outside of the Dilworth area, somewhere in the suburbs? Can you get a larger house for that $1.2 or $1.3 million? Absolutely. Can you get a new house? Absolutely. Can you get more land? Absolutely. Will you have the charm? No, you won't. Will it be in a historic area? Probably not. Will it hold its value or go up in value as much as a home in Dilworth? Probably not. So Dilworth, it's classic, it's charming, it's historic, phenomenal location, everything that you might be looking for. It is completely walkable, complete with open green spaces and walking distance to shopping. The homes in Dilworth are irreplaceable and will probably hold their value forever. Are you looking for a historic home in the beautiful, charming Dilworth neighborhood? or in the Myers Park neighborhood, or in the Eastover neighborhood? Or are you looking for something much bigger with more property further out in the suburbs of Charlotte? Whatever it is you're looking for, if you think that I can help you get to the next best part of your life, feel free to reach out, call or text. My information is down below. And for that free online guide that I talked about early on in the video, go down to the description below. There's a link there, free online guide, community schools. Click on the link, get that guide. It's online, it's invaluable, and it's free. I thank you so much for watching, and until we see each other again next time.